and over Triforce.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is probably one of the tighter matches we might have. So let's see.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a good one. Daydee quickly cleaning the glasses, getting ready.
Yeah.
Because he knows he's in for a long haul.
There's a lot of thinking to do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Push the glasses. Here we go.
Oh, Dreamland's the first stage, so straight away we see Daydee's trying to get his projectile game online, is running back without missiles, but Poppmaister knows he can't really contest those, so he wants to close down the space of Daydee wherever he gets the opportunity.
Absolutely. So the trick of this matchup for Jigglypuff is to stand at a range where Samus doesn't get the chance to shoot missiles. Like she wants to bully Samus as much as possible at this really specific mid-range.
Yeah.
And just like hail away with back airs as much as possible, basically.
Yeah, we see Daydee in that little bit of downtime there, charging the charge shot. He doesn't get it all the way to full, but it's a very important resource in this matchup because
for sure,
it kind of locks down the whole corridor of the stage. There's a horizontal.
Ooh, good punish.
What I'm saying.
But will he survive
Big rest
the
there.
punish?
I think he will on Dreamland.
He will, yeah, it is Dreamland.
Yeah, stage coming into his advantage there.
But yeah, as you're right. The charge shot is a huge part of the matchup because Jigglypuff is also a character with very low vertical mobility.
Yeah.
So the charge shot is just this huge, threatening ball of energy on the screen that's just going to be difficult for Puff to just dodge. Most characters can just jump, but Puff cannot.
Yeah.
So, and Samus also gets like down throw charge shots, and there are setups like that he can do.
I think it's one of those moves which changes the dynamic of the matchup because Jigglypuff will like to be in the air, threatening with these back airs, as we're seeing right now, but if you're in the mid-range... Oh, wow, he punishes that!
Punish! Yeah, that was just... He was really crisp there.
Yeah. That's a really big lead for Poppmaister here.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah.
This is a matchup where it's very difficult to make comebacks, at least for Samus.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's kind of imbalanced in that respect that Samus has a much harder time coming back than Jigglypuff does.
Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't say Jigglypuff has the easiest time coming back because it's not often that you can get rest like this. I feel like rests for Puff come mostly from mistakes from Samus, not so much from like winning a neutral exchange. So let's see what happens. But Daydee is taking it back. He's getting those hits.
Yeah. And like the charge shot is probably going to be a mechanism he's going to use to get back into the game if he can do it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
air dodges out.
Yeah.
Looks like Poppmaister might have labbed that setup. You know.
Yeah.
Has got the correct DI and then air dodges immediately.
Exactly. Yeah. I think it might have been too high %.
Yeah. Catches him with the forward tilt, but you can see Dreamland putting in work there for him. Any other stage, this Jigglypuff would be dead right now.
Oh,
weak into strong missile.
That
was tasty, yeah. So that deficit's down to just 50% here for Daydee.
It's very doable.
He could cut that in half with a charge shot.
He's probably gonna keep it though, as long as possible. It's not too often that you get the chance to charge it up, so he's gonna keep it for the best moment.
Ooh, yeah.
That's good. That's a lot of damage.
I think, first of all, he obviously got that 28%, which is big damage. He also like reset the situation. He was potentially going to get edge guarded there, but he says...
And that's a tough part of the matchup for Samus. Jigglypuff, one of the very few characters who can disrespect Samus off stage, like completely. Like most... Like in this match, like Samus is usually this character that you have to respect off stage. That she's doing her thing, you're waiting, you know, just chilling. But Samus is like, no. I mean, Jigglypuff is like, no.
Yeah, it's that excellent side-to-side mobility in the air, which allows her to come out, interrupt Samus during those bomb jumps that you were seeing.
Absolutely. And, she can do that with very little risk.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can see Poppmaister was trying to force his way into Daydee's space there, but he blocks out with the aerial. Ooh, scary stuff.
Ooh, up smash. Okay, interesting.
Choice, yeah.
Probably a miss input.
Yeah, I'm calling it. Oh, whoa.
What? Okay.
I wonder if that was a miss input or he knew it was going to hit. Catches him jumping out of shield and he dies off the top, which allows him to fully recharge the neutral B there.
Yeah. That was the one thing Poppmaister should have been looking for there.
Yeah. Whoa.
But this is
he's
really
holding
good.
in really a lot.
Yeah.
He gets punished with so many...
but this might be his chance to come back. He manages to shield in time.
Yeah.
Good shield there.
Yeah, Poppmaister.
Clean edgehog. Clean edgehog.
Yeah. Really good awareness from Poppmaister. Like, he saw that situation like a couple stocks back where Daydee was like, I'll fire my shot so I can hit you. It might not kill you, but I'll get back on stage and I'll be safe. Poppmaister, he's seen it once, he reacts to it the second time because he's learned a little bit from his opponent.
For sure. I think we'll see Stadium. I would not be surprised.
Yeah. Common favorite for Samus players around the world. And then in this matchup.
Here we go. We're going to see some missile spam.
Yeah.
Some classic Daydee missile spam.
Yeah.
There we go. We're on to the other side. Ooh, I like that wave land back. Yeah. Oh, no punish! That could have been a rest right there. That's another thing about Samus. A lot of her moves are very unsafe on shield against Puff.
Yeah. Yeah, I see little kind of gentle footsies here.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, he's gonna put the missile barrage.
Yeah, but Poppmeister wisely chooses to stay high in that situation, so
exactly.
He's completely out of the range of them.
Puff does have some options to hit the missiles as well.
Yeah.
That are pretty good.
Yeah, like nair and back air, right?
Yeah, forward air
as well.
Yeah.
all of our moves.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh.
When I was commentating, I think it was in fact exactly these two players last Dreamhack. I was commentating with Forster, and he said Samus is the master of the ground, and Jigglypuff is the master of the air. I think you can kind of see that Daydee always trying to stay grounded, unless he's getting a missile out.
For sure,
really wants to use those ground moves.
Do not want to challenge Puff at her game as Samus, because you're just going to be a huge sitting duck.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Yep, Poppmeister goes into the lead again.
Oh, that movement.
Yeah, scary stuff. And I think like there's been a few tense moments where you've seen them both shield to shield, and in the first game we saw Daydee up B out of that situation, and that's how he got rested.
Yeah, exactly.
Because his up B got blocked and reacted to. So if Poppmeister does go up in close and they both are shielding, like that is definitely a scary kind of spot to be in for Daydee.
For sure, for sure. He has to find more creative ways to get out of them.
Yeah.
Wave dash out of shield is pretty good.
Yeah. Comes with like a waiting and a guessing game there. Oh, snipes!
Oh, yeah. I think he accidentally jumped into it right there. Oh.
Oof.
Oh, okay.
Breaking the crouch cancel.
That was not even a combo. That was like. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bit too far. I do think that, I'm not 100% sure, but I think at max range down smash, I think it might not be restable.
Okay.
I'm not sure though. Ooh, nice weight by Poppmeister. It's hard to get used to.
Fooling us, yeah. Okay, yeah. See that.
Even though he's like technically from my region, but like.
Okay, yeah, we see that the back air from Jigglypuff going straight through the missile and hitting Samus. 2-for-1 special there.
Ah, nice drill grab, very clean this time.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is really close.
Daydee just using that small bit of space he has at the side of the stage, which is something is only really available to him on Pokemon. Ooh. Setting up the missile games, wearing away the shield, and then eventually Jigglypuff wants to get out of there, shoots him with a charge shot just as he's trying to jump, and then it's a stock. Daydee back in the lead. It feels like after going down, he kind of decided, hang on, I want to leverage the stage a bit more. I know why my character's good on the stage. I'm going to try and abuse that.
They're going to wait it out, I think. Yeah.
Waiting game. There's no cost for Jigs here, because Samus has already got the charge shot, so he doesn't need to rush in.
Yeah. And like Jigglypuff doesn't really want to go up there. Like she doesn't. She can't really get up there particularly fast.
And then, like, if you're above, then you're not in a great situation either.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa, that hits through that.
Yeah.
Bounce off and then up tilt. Pressure in the shield whilst Jigglypuff's on the platform there. Yeah.
Oh, I like the movement. Like, he's really maneuvering very well around the missile. Something that we didn't really see last time, I think. Oh, very good DI.
Yeah,
that was beautiful.
He's trying to get as far over the stage as possible. Oh, uses
nice
a bomb.
Up smash.
Great, like, recovery there from Poppmeister. Like, he gets hit by the bomb, but he still manages to find a position where he can land that drill into up smash.
Absolutely. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely something, like when you shield a Samus forward tilt, it's basically your turn as Jigglypuff to throw out a poke. And he's doing a... Yeah, see, it's like a turn-based game right there. I poke, you poke. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh, I thought he would rest that.
Yeah, I feel like there was an opportunity there.
Samus's slow roll.
Yeah, it's the worst in the game, right? It feels like it.
There's Game & Watch.
Yeah.
Alright.
So yeah, he gets up there, but I don't think he's going to pull that trigger again because...
Is he going to challenge her? Oh, he is. Oh, wow. He's using... Yeah. Oh, that was scary because he was using like all his jumps before going down there.
Yeah. Definitely, yeah. Definitely a bit risky.
Is he actually going to... Oh my goodness. Daydee doesn't care. He is not scared.
Okay. Is he going to get punished for it though? Oh.
Damn. Oh my goodness,
tasty,
what is Daydee doing?
Wow.
He's teabagging. Teabagging in melee.
He's feeling himself.
I haven't seen that.
Oof. Yeah, Poppmeister wise shields that, even though it goes straight over his head.
Oh.
Gets the grab.
Yeah, good patience by Daydee, not cracking.
27%, did you see that?
Yeah.
Like grab into forward air does so much damage when you get all of those hits, which is a very unusual situation.
Oh, very nice wave dash under the missile. Puff's wave dash is so good. Like she's so low profile when she does it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice nair coming down. That's one of Samus's only options coming down. So timing it is key, but very good choice with the forward smash.
Yeah. I can really see these players adapting to each other. You know, we saw that situation mirrored like a minute ago on the other side of the stage where he got like 27% with the down throw forward air that I was speaking about.
Yeah.
Literally mirrored on the right-hand side, and Poppmeister says, you know what, I'm not going to shield this. I'm going to dodge this grab because I'm anticipating what you've done based on what the choices you made previously in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I knew he was just worried about the charge shot, so he wanted to wait until it's gone.
Yeah.
But now he's at a percent where most of Samus' smash attacks will kill.
Yeah.
Down smash, forward smash. Well, maybe not on this transformation, but...
That time I feel like, now Poppmeister has to chase him, because otherwise he'll just charge the charge shot. Like, so he has to stay on his back the whole time.
No SDI. Yeah, he's basically just making him chase him. Oh, and the up tilt through the tree.
Yeah, exactly as you were saying. He chases him, and then in doing so, he has to take a few more risks than he would otherwise want to. And the punishment for that is you get an up tilt.
I love the technology we got there.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that's what
Shoutouts to Leva. You know how it works?
This is just talk to Leva, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful.
And the other one is to mute yourself in case you sneeze. You know, it's pretty good.
That's amazing.
But here we are on FD. Yeah. So yeah, this is an obvious pick for Poppmeister. He's going to want to limit Samus's movement options as much as possible.
And we saw that in Pokemon Stadium, him zipping and zapping around the stage on this.
Basically, yeah.
Like sliding off the platform with a missile, jumping up to the platform, doing a missile, you know, all this stuff.
It just limits her movement and her firepower as well. So it'll be very tough for Daydee to land. Oh, let's see. Oh yeah, keeping her in the air as much as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, Samus is really kind of lacking a good downwards facing hitbox in the air. Like neutral air as you're falling is probably the best choice, but it's pretty much the only one you have down, or is way too slow to be considered. Which means like if you do get stuck in the air, it's not a good spot.
Yeah. Oh, okay, nice grab. There we go. Way cleaner.
Yeah.
So it did work at this very high percent, so I think the first time he just messed up the execution.
Bit slow, yeah. Okay, better DI there from on the low percent down throw. He holds in towards Samus instead.
Whoa! He actually...
I feel like he would have got hit if he didn't nair. It contorted his body a little bit upwards, and that maybe just got him just above it.
It hit the charge shot though. You
saw,
saw
the hitbox collided, but not the hurt box.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Very, very close stuff. Poppmeister just eating a missile for no good reason there.
Yeah. Daydee is really good at adapting. It's definitely one of his biggest skills as a player.
Yeah.
So, but we'll have to see if Poppmeister can make some adjustments.
Yeah. I think a lot of people do prefer the fast-paced sets of melee, which I understand, but like, you get much less of this kind of mental game of adaptation and choosing and changing your options based on...
Because these matchups are not about, oh, he grabbed him and he died, or he shined him and he died.
Yeah.
it's much more of a slow-paced chess match, you know.
And like, there's probably like 100 times more interactions in the neutral
exactly.
game in this matchup than there are in like spacey matchups where you die off one hit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oof.
Might not be as exciting for the spectators, but it's really fun to play.
Yeah.
I will say that, these kinds of matchups.
And I think it's one of these matchups where like the more that you learn about the matchup and the game overall, the more you can appreciate the choices these guys are making.
For sure. Ooh.
Whoa, just comes down with a missile there. Surprised Poppmaister didn't want to shield that. Daydee, considerable lead. And, you know, he lost the first game, but if he breaks his counter pick, I think he's going to be well placed to take this set.
He kind of corners himself here. I'm not sure I like this.
Yeah. And like without that platform, once again, it's much harder to regain your stage position.
Daydee being a lot more active, like he's just swinging moves much more.
Yeah. I feel like that's out of necessity, really. Like on Pokemon Stadium, he can kind of hide in that corner and abuse his missiles, force Jigs to come to him. Whereas like he can't abuse missiles on the stage because he has to jump, he has to full hop or short hop to do it, and it's just very unpleasant. But yeah, that should be it.
So hard for Samus to come back from this. Oh, but he does! Oh my goodness, he actually survived this whole...
Poppmaister overcommitted a bit there on the edge guard, went a bit too deep, slides past him and then gets punished, and Daydee gets back to center stage.
Oh my goodness.
Gets the grab.
Daydee is just like running circles around Poppmaister at times. There we go.
He plays like he knows that he's on 150%, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
He's like so aware of that, and he knows how that changes the dynamic of the neutral game, and he's playing to his favor.
because he knows his opponent is antsy.
Yeah.
He knows that his opponent wants to do stuff. And he knows when his opponent will be a bit fearful as well.
And like, grabbing a Samus at 150% is something you would never do. So Poppmaister is like, well, I'll just shield.
Yeah,
and then he's like, well, I'll just grab you because I've seen this whole thing play out in my mind. You know?
Galaxy brain.
Yeah, exactly. And like, that is really where you see them.
That almost worked.
Yeah, would have been tasty.
These guys are basically #1 in their respective regions. Like, well, okay, Daydee is not, but
okay, yeah.
There's Leffen, but if you don't count Leffen, he's #1.
Yeah. Daydee being from Stockholm, right?
Yeah.
And
Poppmaister is from South Sweden, called Skåne.
Okay.
That region. And he's #1 there. Ooh.
So much damage with that forward air. Normally, in like most matchups, considered a pretty awful move, Samus forward air.
Yeah.
But like, he's really putting in work with this in this.
Oh, for sure.
Jigglypuff.
Because forward air is hits at an angle where Puff wants to be.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not a lot of characters who hang at this kind of height. So this is definitely there's definitely some good uses for this move.
Yeah. I think that kind of shows.
Ooh. How is he gonna get out of this? And
sneaks on, but immediately throws. He does all that hard work to get to the ledge, and then immediately does ledge hop forward air.
Yeah.
Throws it all away. But looks like maybe I get back on stage here.
I mean, Samus has to take risks when she's on the edge and she wants to come back on. She has to take risks. She doesn't have the best ledge dash.
No.
She doesn't have.
She's got a no impact land, I think, but it's not up to scratch with.
Like her options are not the best, so she has to fight for it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And we see like, even though some of these missiles are not hitting at all, they are forcing Poppmaister to go high, and then Daydee is reacting to that. Well, not even reacting to it. He's forcing Poppmaister to go high, so it's conditioning him to jump, and then he's gonna react to that with an air, like a full jump nair or something like that.
But the edge guarding is definitely where Poppmaister seems to be struggling this set. He's definitely not had that many successful edge guards in this game. Especially the one where Daydee survived like two back airs there.
Yeah.
That one was definitely his to miss, basically.
Honestly, Daydee's mindset reminds me a little bit of Armada, when I think a lot of players might not have played their hardest with that 150% on the second to last stock. Do you know what I mean? Whereas Daydee is like, no, I'm going to make everything worth here. A weaker player might just say, oh, well, it doesn't matter if I die. I've got a whole fresh stock. I'll probably win on the last stock. You know?
Exactly. No,
but he's just like, no, I'm going to use every single resource I have. I'm going to grind it out.
Oh, for sure. You shouldn't give Puff anything, really.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, forward smash at this range is relatively safe, actually. but not if you're a bit closer.
Yeah. Yeah, like, that's one of the interesting dynamics about it. It's like, it's very fluid. You can't always just mark down every move. This one's safe on shield, this one's not safe on shield.
Yeah,
it
exactly.
depends on the spacing.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that wave dash behind. Nice challenge by Poppmaister, showing that he's not scared.
Yeah, for sure. Like, when you see someone running past your shield like that,
yeah,
it is kind of saying, I know you're scared of me. So, like, he's reacted by saying, have a move, like, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're up in the set, but you can't just walk all over me.
Yeah, don't get spooked.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if he gets the edge guard this time. Damn, Daydee is just drifting really well around Puff's edge guards.
And I think he's doing his bomb jumps as high as possible as well, so that, like, if Puff wants to come in to chest them, she has to spend all that time jumping and jumping and jumping to gain the vertical height. Oh, calls out the crouch cancel there. Beautiful double down air. Stacking up a lot of percent, and, like, he's in an excellent spot in this game here.
Yeah.
Like, he might be set to take this second stock while still being on his first, and that is an enormous lead in a matchup like this.
Yeah, for sure. Ah, wow. I don't know. Did he try to up air there? Did he lose with up air? That's insane. Yeah. I have to see this again.
Yeah. Oof. So, Jig's just dying there. That charge shot wasn't quite fully finished, and it's like a lot weaker if you don't fully charge it. But with the high percent, still manages to get the kill. And I can see Daydee, like, yeah. I can see him getting extra credit here.
Yeah.
Like, significant amounts.
That's what he's aiming for.
Yeah. 12 just goes to that edge. He's happy to just frustrate Poppmaister as much as he can.
Absolutely.
Because a frustrated opponent is going to play more rash, going to play more recklessly.
Damn,
that's what's going to cost him.
These high recoveries.
I love that mix-up. Like, one bomb as though you're going to bomb jump, and then just fast fall straight through. So Jigs is jumping up to meet you, and then you just slide right past her.
I think Poppmaister really has to bring out the threat of the up air more in his edge guards. Because up air is definitely going to kill Samus really early sometimes.
Yeah, especially in these kind of situations like we saw on that edge guard.
Yeah. Damn, he's just getting all this extra damage. It's just very rough.
This is why I say it reminds me of Armada. It's like you take 100% on your first stock, and then he takes 2 more stocks off you before he dies. Like,
you think the match is going well, you know, you're starting the match, and oh, this is pretty close. You took my first stock, but it's okay, and then you lose another one, and then you lose another one.
And then you're like, oh, what, I'm getting 4 stock, how did this happen? Like, honestly, he just bows out, he knows he's done. Like, yeah,
that was just a very rough game 4.
Yeah, it was.
Good adaptation by Daydee.
Did Daydee just give like a thumbs up to the camera, like, yeah, that was good?
Poppmaister will have to look back at the tapes, look back at the edge guards especially.
I think he was doing like a really decent job in the first game, and like maybe the first 2 games, I think it really felt like there were 2 players who were adapting to one another, similar skill level, like playing that mental chess that we speak about.
Yeah.